with our special guest, Brock Fletcher, with the selling team with Keller Williams Realty. And here's the thing. So we're talking about real estate in the winter months, Brock. We had to come outside to kind of feel the elements to go along with the whole winter month message, right?
You know what? Hey, I'm not going to blow away or anything in the wind. It's all good. This is good.
Good. All right. So now that we are still in winter months, a lot of people may be thinking, you know, real estate is more of a spring summer thing here in Michigan, but that's not true. There's a lot of things that they can be doing right now to sell, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're dealing with such little inventory that the market is just going like gangbusters. So we had a listing that we took last week, and I think we had like 40 showings over the course of 5 days and had several offers to choose from. So it's really busy. There's a lot of buyers. We've got a real shortage on listings. Sometimes sellers, out of convenience, will not list in January, February because they don't want to move, but it's a great time because there's so many buyers.
Yeah. So what are we looking at with inventory right now?
We're below 500. We've got like literally a week to 10 days worth of inventory out on the market. So most everything that's getting listed is selling rather quickly. Again, with multiple competing offers, very, very similar to what we were looking at last year at this time.
So not much has changed.
No, a year goes by, a lot of things change, not with real estate, except for prices have continued to go up.
Right,
So,
okay. Well, as you know, I know a lot of people still are kind of staying home, not venturing out much. Are people, when it comes to shopping online for real estate, are people still looking at pictures of houses and real estate online as much? Or you said open houses, there's been quite a few, right?
Yeah, we utilize open houses on a weekly basis. You know, it's, yes, probably 98% of people are finding their house online first, and then they're going to see it in person.
Okay.
And that probably will never change just because of the convenience of technology and smartphones and all that. But the reality is, people end up seeing it in person typically when they buy it, and we like to use open houses because undoubtedly there are agents on vacation every week, and their clients still want to buy a house even when they're gone. So theoretically, somebody could come to one of our open houses on the weekend, and if their agent's on vacation, they could call them, and their agent could still write their offer and get that in for them, even though they might be on vacation someplace.
Well, and I think too, I know we're seeing a lot of pictures and video, and it's important that you get the right videos and pictures for your house that you're selling online so people can see it. But I think, you know, with that step, and maybe I'm wrong, but with shopping for a house online, you want to go see it in person because then you can kind of see the surrounding areas and get a feel for where you might live, right?
Sure. I mean, you know, let's face it, when somebody lists a property, they're going to take the best pictures. If there's kind of an eyesore across the street, they probably won't take a picture of that. If you're staring at a billboard out the back deck or whatever, they're probably not going to take that picture. So yeah, you want to see it in person, or at least drive by and get a feel for the area.
Because there is that risk of being catfished online when it comes to real estate too.
Oh, sure. You bet.
Yeah.
I mean, some would call it putting your best foot forward from a photography standpoint, but yeah, I mean.
Some would call it catfishing.
They could, yes, absolutely.
But it is important that they kind of get a feel for the neighborhood too. So, all right, I know when it comes to real estate right now too, another thing that people are talking about is interest rates. What are we looking at with that, and how is that going to affect it?
Well, they're starting to creep up. I mean, that's already happened, and I don't think in the grand scheme of things that it's going to be a drastic change, but when you're talking about even the difference between 3% and 4%, a 1% difference, that's going to change the monthly payment for most people by, you know, $50, $60, $100 a month potentially, or more. So, you know, it depends on the price point, but as interest rates go up, home affordability changes for buyers. So,
okay. And I know with other, you know, expenses right now, that can add up pretty quickly. You know, for groceries, they could be using that money for that.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the reality. Everything else is more expensive. Real estate has been more affordable because of low interest rates, but, you know, I mean, I see it at the grocery store myself. It's 20, 30% more than it used to be. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I know that you love to give that phone number out. So if people have any questions when it comes to selling or buying, you'll be more than happy to answer any of the questions that they have. So what's that number, Brock?
Yep. It's 517-303-3262. You can also Google me if you want to send me a message, you know, or something that way you can too.
All right. Well, thanks for talking winter month strategies with us outside today.
I hope we're outside every week. This is great.
I hope so too. All right. Well, stick around. We've got more fun coming up on Studio 10.